Hey guys, and welcome along to another video. Today's video is the next video in our subscriber series, which is where I host lobbies so we can all race together, which I later document here on the channel. If you want to get involved, I put all the details of how you can in the description below, so make sure you go and check these out. To all the regular viewers of the channel, welcome back. But if you're new to the channel and this is your first video, we cover all sorts of GT Sport related content here, so if this is a bit of you, please consider subscribing. So today's race is round Willow Springs. We're in Group 3, I'm in the 911 as usual, and we've got a 30-minute mini enduro. I've started the race on soft tyres. We've managed to qualify on first, just ahead of Dr. Rob. We've got Lookman, Marvin the Gamer and Racer Trey rounding out the top 5. So the first part of this race I'm going to concentrate on pushing to get as much of a gap as possible to the cars behind, try and get ourselves some breathing room, and then we can have a think about what we're going to do to try and bring home the victory in this race. As we come round the final corner to complete lap 1, somebody's actually fallen asleep on the grid there, and we've come across the line with a 1:17.3. So we're about just under 1.5 seconds in front of the guy in second. Lookman there, who I assume is on the same set of tyres as us, soft tyres. We're going to keep pushing and try and build a bit of a gap. As we come round the final corner here to complete lap 6, Lookman's going to come in and we've got a sizable gap now the guys behind. As you can see though, I want to try and hang on a little bit. My tyres, especially on the left hand side, because of this clockwise circuit and the long sweeping corners, have got absolutely battered. But we've got 1, potentially 2 more laps where we have to hang on here. Fuel isn't going to be a problem at all, so we're only going to do a short fill here, so it's worth noting how many laps and how much fuel I use for the first stint here, as I want to replicate that on the second stint. So we're on the final lap before we come in to take our first pit stop and change our boots. There's yellow flags up ahead and it looks like Marvin the Gamer's taken a bit of an excursion and he's gone. Willow Springs can do that to you. Absolute nightmare. So, as you can see, our tyres are absolutely done. We're just going to try and hang on here without losing too much time to Racer Trey behind us and not go off on this final corner, which I have been victim of many a time before and it's probably featured in previous videos. We need to get ourselves in and change those boots. So we're in and out of the pits. I've actually decided to go on to mediums for this stint because the tyres just went off a little bit too much for me, and as you can see I lost a lot of time and was much slower than my personal best in the fastest lap of the race as we got towards the end of that stint. I've also only filled up for 8.5 laps, so it was going to force us to come in anyway. We were kind of in no man's land. We didn't have enough fuel to go to the end without fuel saving drastically, which would have lost us time anyway, so 2-stopper it is. You join us a few laps later and we've got to 15 minutes. Dr. Rob's going to come in. It's clear with his strategy it's going to be a one-stop strategy. He's got hard tyres, so he's going to fill right up and have the hardest compound tyres on. Us on the other hand are on a quicker compound with lighter fuel and we've got 1 stop to go also. So I anticipate coming out behind him after the next set of pit stops, for us anyway, as Dr. Rob doesn't have to pit, and have the opportunity to hunt him down over the last section of this race. Should end up being pretty exciting if everything stays the way it is. So we're going to come across the line to start lap 14 now. We've got about a 14-second gap. We're entering the latter phases of our tyres' life here. So we've got 2.5 minutes left on these tyres. We're now onto the final lap of these tyres. We're going to come in at the end of this lap and we're still around the low teens, 13 seconds. So we've done well, our tyres are shot pretty much, and we've managed to keep pace with him. So when we come in the pits and we get a fresh set of boots, we should be able to be absolutely fine, as long as, oh, of course, I'm off. I'm going to hit this guy, who's the hardest guy in the world, as I can't get round him, and my day and chance of winning this race is now kaput. Dr. Rob there, our main competitor, passes us, so he now has a pit stop in his pocket. Oh, what an absolute nightmare. So we're going to have to make a pit stop now, see where we come out and see what we can salvage. So in and out of the pits for our scheduled pit stop, and we come out in 4th. About 8 seconds behind Racer Trey here, and for Buki it looks as if who's just come into the pits himself, it looks as if all we have to worry about is the top 3 in front, and see what we can do about trying to get 3rd place without making the same mistakes as we made before. Otherwise 4th place will be impossible and lost as well. As I say that, schoolboy error, back right onto the desert floor there, and we are just going to run wide and lose further time and further ground on the top 3. I think it might be 4th today, everybody. You join us about 5-6 minutes later, and we've taken a shed load of time out of the guys in 2nd and 3rd, Racer Trey there and Lookman. But I don't think, with the tyres in the state they are and the time that's left, we're going to have enough time to do anything about them, unless they squabble and go off, which they'd be foolish to do, and I don't think they will, none of them. So 2 minutes left now, it looks to be all said and done. I don't think I'm going to get a shot at 2nd or 3rd here, and Dr. Rob is off. You can see him on the map there, he's just a million miles away. I think that's a back marker between us and them, so yep, he's done a good job, and I'm just so gutted that I made that mistake. As I do it almost again. Just a little reminder that this place absolutely bites you if you get it wrong, and you need to be so careful. There's no arm code to chuck you back in, there's nothing but desert and more desert. I think we've all been there. Here's another place where you can. I think it would be wise to just settle for 4th place now, keep my mouth shut, and try and bring this one home without taking another trip to the sand. So as we come out the final corner for the 24th and final time, Dr. Rob comes home to take the victory. Lookman has come in for some reason, so it looks like we're going to grab an undeserved 3rd, and Racer Trey's in 2nd. Oh, what a race. But that's the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button and make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.